Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancillon. I'm called to return to continue this discussion about the spiritual ascension process. For we are all processing. For those who are attuned to the inner self, for we are all going through this final phase. Spirit saying that my cycle is ending, and so just this momentum from the past is still like taking hostages of my life. And so I'm going to return to this understanding that we want to become our future self and let go of our past self. It is part of the biggest challenge that we have to face. I'm going to pull a few cards from the tarot. I'm going to read some of the cards from the oracle. I'm going to address certain ideas. For this, right now we're getting very close. I think it's on Monday. This new moon in Cancer at 10 degrees of Cancer. So if you have any planets at 10 degrees of Cancer or Capricorn, where the Sun will, it always works in opposite in the chart. So at 10 degrees of Cancer, we're going to have this new moon with this solar eclipse. And so it is going to be a new moon, but very much more powerful because of the eclipse. And so what are the planets in your chart? It's going to be very close to the North Node as well. And this solar Cancer eclipse is more like a masculine energy, when the Capricorn lunar eclipse on the 16th will be more like a feminine, the past. And so there's going to be portals opening. For the moon is the shadow and the sun is the soul. And we have to integrate to balance out all the energies. So the eclipse will allow us, will assist us in letting go of attachments. It will reveal some hidden truths or what needs to be done. For it is not easy, because right now there is Pluto and Saturn that are conjuncting. Pluto, Hades, the lord of the underworld, and Saturn, Kronos, the lord of karma, that are conjuncting in the sky in Capricorn, which is the societal structure and the material things of the world. And so there is a great deal of challenges. For it is like we are like caterpillars. We've been a caterpillar. The only thing a caterpillar does is eat and eat and eat and eat until it gets into his cocoon. And we're inside this cocoon. We want to be reborn. Spirit's asking me to wake up, but I don't know what to do to wake up more, except to ask God to wake me up, to allow myself to transmute all those energies from the past. And so at some point we'll break free of the cocoon, and there is this marvelous being that is the butterfly that will emerge, and we'll be grateful that we have hanged on through all those difficult times. For every day I feel for the past few months I have to fight to live another day. It's like this 3D matrix is really hard to live in, and more the more you realize how difficult it is. The dark light is all powerful still. It controls the world, and the new light of the fifth dimension is not fully present yet. So it is a challenge when you see what's going on, what will be happening in the future or in other worlds that are ascended. Every being is totally living in joy from birth to death, from the beginning to the end. Everybody is supported by the whole of society. Nobody is left out. Everybody has everything. Everybody can give in his whole energy to the expression of joy, beauty, creativity, development of wisdom, development of talent, and nobody is left out. So how do we create a society? Well, right now there's still we want to ask the archangels and the angels to assist us in this process. For they are already doing that, but more and more we want to connect to them and allow them to interfere, to bring this joy, this happiness into our life. For I'm going to pull 10 cards from the Voyager deck to get a mirror reflection. Oh, it is for the situation and the outcome is about the same. So it's kind of interesting. The situation is death. Death is natural transformation. We do not want, it's those things that are inevitable. We cannot avoid them. So we may as well go with the flow. We are a current in the great ocean, and so we have to flow with our own current rather than fighting our own current. And so by saying yes to life, we're saying yes to death, we say yes to life. We embrace the potential. And what is good about this card is usually it's a transfiguration that announces that it will happen regardless of our choice. It means that the fear will be very disappointed because it will be rejected by the heart. The heart will no longer accept drama and fear. And so this is really because fear is really what's going on around this situation. The fear is trying to survive, and but it will not. And so we have to let it go. It is once we let go of it, we find fulfillment, we find happiness, we find the dream come true, the wish come true. What we see before us in our conscious mind is the preserver. We are able to preserve. We have to focus on what has meaning for us. What we have in our subconscious is brilliance. It's the ability to see clearly things. We've been enlightened. We receive already gift about our vision, our highest potential, our higher self. And now we are in the state of surrender. It's the hangman. For we have to all the old are no longer being empowered, and so as we let go, we'll find the achiever. We're going to be able to achieve those things that we came here to achieve without having to struggle or to have to fight to get this success. It is just a matter of allowing ourselves to be in that flow. What's coming up in the near future is a breakthrough, a very powerful breakthrough. What we have in our strengths is the moon. It is our illusion. It is the test. It is the challenges. So we have to accept that, to refine our plan, to face our fear, to realize that the universe has our back, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes. It is important to integrate this part of ourselves and not to allow ourselves to be dominated by this 3D program that is very, very still dominant in some sense. What comes around us in this situation is the priestess. It's about the card of intuition, the powerful card of empowerment, of mystical empowerment. What we feel in our inner emotion, our hopes and fear, is love. For we want love. For love is really what we all seek, the ability to experience love, to develop more love, more love. There is no limit to love. For God, nature is love, and God is infinite. So there is always new ways. There is 7.7 billion human beings on the earth, and each and every one of them have love within themselves. They love their parents, they love their children, they love their lovers, they love their friends, but sometimes they don't have much love outside of their inner circle, but they have this love already within themselves. It's about for us to expand this love into a greater field of reality, and the outcome is change. So change does not what is about change is about accepting that we do not know when the change will come. So we have to develop this trust and faith that all things will come in due time, in divine timing, although sometimes it is quite difficult. I recognize the difficulty of my life, but sometimes I feel like I've done my work and I just want to go, and I just want to let go of my physicality. For every day I'm cleansing up a little bit more, so I'm awakening, but I don't know if I'm going to complete that process. The Christ that Sananda was saying, sometimes it can take from 20 years to 80 years to remove all conditioning. So this life is very useful, because even if we do not succeed all the way into this, all the things we wanted to do, we'll be free to experience that in the future. So we can however, Spirit says that there is this sense of freedom that is right here. And so, for we all have made a lot of change in the past 7 years, since the Maya calendar, and we need to continue to change. Because we're all born with gifts and talents, but we have to go through the path of many initiation. I've been doing the spiritual ascension path for 30 years, and I'm realizing. My guides explained to me that we're moving from plateau to plateau, and we'll be experiencing new plateaus, and so we want to be free of the old conditioning and move on to the next plateau, the next level, so we can feel the appreciation, understanding also that no one controls our life. All these dark matrix shadows is only an illusion. It's because we have chosen to give our powers, to surrender our own power, our own ability to create our reality from the presence, that because we can recondition all our past and all our future from the present. And so, because of the science of persuasion, they're really good at it. All publicity and advertising, or most of them, will sell you product, that will sell us product that we do not need and are negative for our physical health and well-being. But they're bombarding the airwaves so that people that are not aware, they get that in their subconscious. So when they go to the store, poof, those things come back and they buy those products because they believe that nobody would ever want to drink soda if they didn't bombard the world with those energies that sodas are good. It's like it's degraded water with a lot of caffeine and a lot of sugar. It removes 20 years of life expectancy to children. It's one of the most dangerous product on the market. But yet everything works out exists for a reason, and the universe does not make mistake. God does not make mistake. When He created us perfect, and so all things have its own reason. And so, because the universe was created, so all beings can live according to His choice and will, and the universe responds to our choice and will. So that's why it's important to tune into that future self as much as possible, to awaken to the dream of time and space, and to realize that we are spirit when we'll get there. I'm trying to apply my own teaching. It's not easy. I know that what I'm saying it has great value, and that's why I'm communicating on that level. Then I'm not yet. I don't always feel that I'm mastering my own teaching. But I know their sound, and it is the direction I work towards to wake up from the dream of time and space and to realize our spirit self, and from there we'll be able to fix everything, to move into this state of perfect harmony. For the veils between reality are thinning, they're becoming more transparent as time goes by. In the meantime, we want to be kind in our thoughts, kind in our words, and kind with money, how we use money as well. For we have been living in a dream of disconnection, a dream of negative experience. It's like a nightmare. So we want to put an end to it. Also understanding that when we give an information to someone, a healing, a teaching, we have zero responsibility in relationship to what they do with it. It is for them to. Everybody is a self-created being, self-master, and so the responsibility, we have the responsibility to help and assist as much as we can, but we don't have the responsibility of what other people will do with whatever we give them. So that remove a certain burden in some sense. Spiritual science are very potent and powerful. The spiritual science or metaphysics, it's about bypassing the logical mind, bypassing mathematics, going directly from cause to effect without having to go through the complex process of explanation of all those things. So in essence, we want to envision a perfect life. We want to envision the ideal situation, and then once we feel it completely, we get very excited, and we can drop the idea and stay in the excitement. Because if we expect the manifestation to be instantaneous until we are fully in our powers, when we'll be fully in our power, we'll think something, it will become. But until then, if we are expecting this instant manifestation, we will be disappointed, and then we'll return to the old cycle. So we want to stay in the excitement as much as possible, drop the picture, and allow our higher self, our higher mind, to bring the energies that need to be brought into our life. And to stay in the excitement, without having expectation of manifestation or result, which is difficult. So we want to let go of our past self and move on to our future self. So it's the power of bilocalization. It means that we're physically here, present within this physical incarnation, physical life, physical circumstances, but we can project our consciousness into this future amazing potential of the highest vision we have for ourselves, and then go there, be there, enjoy that as much as possible, and until no matter what the manifestation, until the manifestation can actually come down from above. When it's I also wanted to say that for me, it's again, I'm just expressing my thoughts and ideas here, that religion is about beliefs. It means religion needs people to be ignorant of the scientific truth that is God, that is you, that is spirit, because they need to control, they need to create they need to control the world. And so the old religion was created to awaken, so that men do not forget the source, forget God, forget eternal life, to raise. So it's got a great function, because as religious being, you want to be moral, whether because it's like the love of life or the fear of God, but it's like no matter what. So there is a great use. But spirituality is something very scientific. It's no longer about turning to outer forces or outer expression, to turn into the inner guidance, the inner self, the higher self, the God self within ourselves, to get instruction. And from there we're developing our own personal science, understanding that also that at the inner core of all material reality there is a triple essence of the soul, the blue flame of power, that is in essence the Father, Son and Spirit, the original Trinity, the pink flame of love, that is the Mother, the Holy Spirit, and the embodiment of wisdom, that is the union of those two flames, the yellow flame of wisdom, that is the sun, that is the coming together of the Father and Mother energy of the universe. Understanding that also, I wanted to bring this idea that there was a scientist that was kind of a spiritualist, although he didn't really comment on that. All his science was quite spiritual. Is Albert Einstein. He knew that time, space, energy, and matter are one, and he was looking for an equation, that's the theory of the whole, that would solve that energy. But this will only be understood when we reach the point, when we reach that 0 point energy. This 0 point energy will give us access to the transformation from matter into energy through the concentration of thoughts, which will be enhanced by technology. And then once we use whatever we need to use, we'll return it into the void, into the ether, with gratitude for having been able to use it. But once we discover the 0 point technology, 0 point, the maximum acceleration of all energy, or the stillness point, we will be able to utilize that as a source of unlimited abundant energy that is non-pollutive. And this energy is already, this technology even is already present on the planet. It's just been held back from society because of economical reason. So we already have those technologies that just need to be liberated. And also want to talk about artificial intelligence. What they're trying to do with artificial intelligence right now is to create thinking machines through algorithm. They want to create machines that have the ambition to dominate all society. So it's like a dystopia, Orwellian dream of Big Brother that will dominate all society, or like within the Matrix movie, to have a society of artificial intelligence, because they believe they're going to be able to control their own creation. But if they create a machine with ambition to take over the world, they will eventually find a way to create that. I think Spirit will censor that and will not allow that to happen. True artificial intelligence is a machine, a device that will allow higher intelligence to emerge from 0 point in order to serve a very specific purpose, such as learning center or healing center or galactic ships. It is higher intelligence that is an etheric or material construction that allows this higher intelligence to serve the one purpose of what it was created for. Just as the human body can be a conduit for channeling, channeling higher part of ourselves eventually. I'm really eager to complete my process of awakening, because I know I can see all those things, and yet I'm still feeling trapped within these physical material boundaries of material reality. But it is. I do not want to feel that. I want to feel already this freedom and liberation. For we all also had, for those who can realize that we had past lives. We all had many incarnations that is experienced from a sequential point of view as past life, or we can see in our future that we'll have future life if God shows us that. But in essence, it's only our oversoul that feels, that has all of that. For in essence, everything is in the eternal now, but those past lives are just personas that are completely different from us. So we are not our past life. We are only who we are today, and how what will become tomorrow. For we are much more than that. But it is what perception make us believe that we are. And so we do perceive that but because of the oversoul, we can two different incarnation of people can have a same past life, same incarnation. Many people can believe they've been Jane of Arc or who knows who, or King Arthur. There can be thousands of people that draw on from this energy, for all is one and one is all. Yet we all have this cellular memory, this past that we have designed for ourselves, that is more personal to us, but other people can draw on from that oversoul perspective, and all is kept in frequency, so we can have access through the Akash to all those energies of all past lives, of all beings, yes, understanding their different persona, different personalities. Sometimes we have a great intention to create something and we end up with something else. We're not like, we want to be master creator of our reality, but it's not always, doesn't always happen as it should, or as we want to. Did I pull some card of the Akash? I'm going to do it again because I'm not really sure. I'm sorry. My focal point is a bit distracted today. So we want to, sometimes we create something and we get the opposite, so we feel like we failed in so many ways. But every failure is a stepping stone to greater success. Everything is teaching us lesson, is an initiation. And so yeah, I'm not really sure. I have pulled out some cards from the Akash. If I did, we get some double reading. For the highest wisdom for us today is knighthood. What we need to understand is persecution and inquisition. We want to let go of... what we need to understand is finance a lot better. But what we need to do is let go of the persecution and inquisition to become empowered. And the outcome is spirituality and religion, to follow the light. So as we let go of persecution and inquisition, we can find transport. We can allow ourselves to be transported. And what we do need to understand, freedom lies in this society, in discovering to find enough finance to find a peace of mind, peace of heart. And so Spirit says, I will soon be free. I will be able to have my house, and so I will be able to sleep well at night, rather than being oppressed and persecuted by all this past debt that I inherited, which is not all that big, but it's like I still have to deal with it and have faith that things will be resolved in the most gracious way and for the highest good of all. For I'm grateful for all the help and that is coming to me, both from above, from this earth. The paintings behind me here is part of the paper series about the God Self that is ascending and becoming more real as we ascend. I'm selling all my painting kind of cheap right now. I'm taking offers, even from like really not so expensive price. If you want to make a good bargain on art, for I don't like the idea of bargain in art, but it is the time. For as soon as I can manifest my project, I will definitely put on a marketing plan that will make my art known throughout the world, and I will and my price will rise, of course. So the paperworks I'm selling, I'm accepting a lot of offers, and this is a painting on cosmology. It represents paradise and the central universe, the seven super universe of time and space, and the three first level of outer universe. Eventually there will be 4 of them, but right now there is only 2 that are fully manifested that we see in our telescope. This is invisible, and there's 7 families of spirit beings on the top. And so I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull a last card after the song. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I'm trying to keep my energy up, regardless of the challenges that I may have, and that is still part of my life. Spirit says I am at the end of my cycle, and so the freedom will. So God wants me to keep me here on this world, because otherwise, if I don't end this cycle, I will not pass through the portal. I will leave this world, which is okay too. But I do not believe in death, for death is only a transition to return to the light, to return to the higher self. And once we're delivered from the physicality of beings, our mind is so much more powerful. We no longer have the limitation, but there is a great meaning and sense to the future of this incarnation. We all came here on a mission, and we want to go as far as we can in bringing this enlightenment into the world, to bring this love into the world. So I'm hanging on every day with hope and faith. for we all have, some of us are passing through more difficult challenges and lessons than others, and so we are here to support and to support each other as much as we can. Because once we see those amazing civilizations that have achieved ascension, we feel life is a paradise for all of them, and they don't have any more than we do. It is just a matter of they're just more enlightened, they just have more love. So we want to recreate, remember this Atlantean civilization where everybody was fully in their powers. The city of Poseida, the Emerald City was like a great everything. Everybody was living in bliss all the time, in the pursuit of wisdom, the pursuit of creativity, of embellishment, of education, of a higher purpose, serving always a higher purpose. So no matter what happened, it's about allowing to already feel the sense of what is coming to me, which is so paradisical, so amazing, so marvelous. It's just the past there is so much momentum from the past. I have always to breathe out and to not to allow all those shadows. For I'm going through those things, and we're all going through different things that are unique to ourselves, yet we are all being processed in a universal ways. And so I hope this eclipse will bring you all the liberation, freedom, abundance that you need and deserve. And so I thank you very much for continuing on listening to your heart, your inner self, to serve the path of ascension. So it's a song that was written by Bruce Fisher, Carlton, and Billy Preston. It was sung by, I think, Joe Cooker. It goes like this. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hoped for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Such joy and happiness you bring. Such joy and happiness you bring. Like a dream, a guiding light that shines in the night, heaven's gift to me. You are so beautiful to me. Well, thank you very much for singing tonight. Of course, a song that God could sing it to us, because God loves us so much. We can sometimes we fail to see it. Also, in terms of loving relationship, when we find this love that comes into our life, when love is shared, it's like a gift from heaven. So do enjoy that. Be open to the miracle of love. I'm going to pull one more card. And it is the 10 of Michael. It is someone who's bowing to life and says it's the end of a cycle, the great end of a cycle. It says it is over. You are finally free. Happiness awaits you. Leave the past behind you. So it is the challenge is letting go of the past in order to move into this brand new future that is opening up with this eclipse in a few days that will offer this new moon that will offer brand new potential, brand new opening, brand new bright future that is before us. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.